Hi, this is Nikki and I'm back with part 2 of today's message. So this is for those who are in a soul-to-soul twin flame connection. And all my messages go from one to the next, and they are all, I channel letters from people's twins and people's higher selves to give them guidance and help. And the letter that wants to come through, another letter today, is 102. But just before I go into the letter, a lady has sent me an email. And so because this has also been happening for me in a similar way, I thought I'm going to just talk about it. So basically, I've said, but I share journey things about that happen on my journey as well, because I'm also in a twin flame connection. And my twin is with somebody else. He's in a relationship. And recently he asked to meet up again, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't meet you because I have feelings for you, and I can't meet if you're still with someone else. And basically, you know, about setting boundaries, whereas before, previously, you know, over the last 5-6 years, when he's asked to meet up, I've always met up with him. And because, you know, because he's my twin and it's amazing. And so basically though, but what's happened is that, you know, it's all about realizing that for me, I didn't want to meet up with him again until I could be real with him, right? And really be with him. And I didn't want any of this fake, or let's try and pretend that we're friends when clearly there's way more than that. And so I've basically had to say my truth, say that to him, and say, you know, this is the reason why. And instead of, and I've said that repeatedly over the years, but interestingly, over the last few times, so I've said it sort of maybe 3 times over 6 years. And the last couple of times before this, he got very angry and very angry with me. Whereas this time he was much more understanding, and basically, you could just sense that the energy was very, very different. Very different. It was kind of like, I know, I understand, but it's a timing thing, right? Now, somebody else, and so whether that happens, in whichever way that happens in your dynamic, it might be coming up for you, it might have just happened for you, it might be something that's coming up. Because there is this thing about suddenly on the journey, you get to a point where self-love and how it's like you don't have to see them to know that that is going to happen, that it's your destiny. And actually, if the aftermath, for me, the aftermath of seeing him and knowing that he goes back to somebody else is way too much. So and that's what I explained. So it's not that I've said I've got to cut you out. I just said, listen, I can't see you because it's too painful knowing that you go home to somebody else. When that situation changes in the future, then you know that I'm always here for you. So it's not like all dramatic and all like, whereas in the past it has been, I've had to, you know, but now it's much calmer. It's just like, listen, you're in this situation. This is where I stand. This is my feelings. So please respect my feelings and just know that, you know, I can't see you. That doesn't mean that I'm cutting you out. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that I can't see you because I am protecting myself. And so I know that it's happening for other people. So a lady just contacted me to say that she got back, she's sort of been in contact with her twin, they spent time together, and then he went sort of cold again. And so she's asking, why has that happened? For exactly the same reason as I just explained. Because it's the time for you to set your boundary, to know that your own self-love and your own boundary about setting that boundary with your twin, it's now time that you've moved into that energetic space where it's time that you have taken that ownership, right? And the universe has created a situation, you know, for me, in order for us to get there, the universe created a situation with me and my twin that made that happen, right? Just like this other lady, that she spent time with her twin and now he's pulled away again. And actually, you know, it's for her to set a boundary again, to say, listen, I can't go through this again because I have feelings for you. My feelings run really deep, and therefore, unless we're in the same place, I can't see you. And so the reason why I share that is just because, especially because the message this morning was like saying, you know, when something is really special, you want everything to be right because you know it's a big deal, right? And you don't want to taint that by being with each other before the time is right and before, you know, everything is in place. And so that's when you come to a point that you trust more in the divine plan, and you trust more in the bigger picture, and you trust more in the spiritual connection to come into the physical at the right time. And that's when you can take a step back in the physical and just say, I know this is going to happen at the right time. But at the moment now, for me, it was just like, if I meet up with my twin again and he's still in a relationship, then I am the one that's going to walk away feeling pain, basically, because knowing that he's going to go back to someone else. And equally, he is, because he's not in the right place. You know, he's got stuff to do. And so that is the message. So, and the universe will make something happen to bring you together. For me, it was like, I saw I was at a music gig with thousands of people, literally thousands. And I see him with a girl who I presume was his girlfriend, but actually it turns out it wasn't his girlfriend. But for me, that was the breaking point for me, because for the first time ever, I'd seen him with someone else, because prior to that, we'd only spent time together, and I'd never ever seen him with anyone else. And so for me, that was the universe creating that situation, because I finally had to say, okay, no, I can't do this. This is not real. I want my meeting with you, the next time I meet you, to be real, where we can really talk about our feelings, where we can really say how we feel, and we don't have to kind of skirt around things. And when there's this massive elephant in the room, when clearly we're totally in love with each other, which is obvious. So that's the thing. It's about setting boundaries, and it is about, you know, having that final thing of just saying, okay, I know I just have to be me and be true to me, and then trust in a higher power to bring us together at the right time. Because it's about having respect for yourself and respect for your priority. In the end, for me, it was my priority is me. And I don't want to, have an hour of meeting up where it's amazing to then walking away and feeling, desperately unhappy because I'm not the one that you're going home to. Right. And every situation is difficult. Every situation is unique. I always say that because there is no judgment on anyone's situation. It is truly, truly your own journey, your own truth. Nobody else knows your truth. So whatever is right for you is right for you. No one else. So, and that's right for me to do. But again, I'm only sharing it because it might help for someone else. But anyway, with that, the letter is this, 102. So the letter is, oh, look, here we go. Perfect. I mean, crazy in sync. I want you to not worry. I want you to know that we will be together, to trust in our destiny, to trust that our love, which is 100% real and true, it's going to make me cry, real and true, will overcome all the odds. Trust that there is a plan for us. a plan, a magnetic pull that is bringing us together. You are the one. You have always been the one who made my heart skip a beat, like a schoolboy fancying the coolest girl in the class. The one that all the boys want, and for some crazy, wonderful reason, you want me. I have to pinch myself and thank God every day for making you my person. I love you, like a real lot. So just when I've been saying about it had to be real, right? It has to be real. Can't be any of this nonsense, not saying how we really feel and what we really think and all that sort of stuff. So letter 102. You have to know that everything you feel inside for me, I feel inside for you too. They are like waves of love coming from our hearts to each other. When you think of me and send love from your heart to mine, the ripple effect of that emanates through every part of me, lighting me up inside, lighting up my soul, and letting my soul song sing so loudly. Keep sending me love from your heart to mine, and I will do the same back to you. Feel the waves of love wash over your body and send tingles through you. Feel your heart expanding. That is me. That is our love, waking up our souls. Okay, so that's 102. And then the third one, 102. That you've shaken and awakened me to something more, to a deep stirring within me that I didn't think was my path, that I thought wasn't going to be my experience. But then you came along and made me feel all of these things that I hadn't ever felt before. And for the first time, I felt alive inside. I actually felt something and really realised that my heart was a thing, not just an organ that kept me alive, but it was also capable of bringing me the most powerful feelings and emotions in me. And it's all because of you. You switched on my heart. You flicked my switch forever on. Okay, well, there you go. So, it's just crazy. That first letter about this is real. It's real. And that's exactly what I said to my twin. I said, I can't do this fake meeting up and you know my feelings for you. And, you know, the next time I see you, it has to be real. So the fact that that's written as the first letter, I'm just going to read that first one again. It's kind of like beautifully, crazily synchronistic as usual. So letter 102, I want you not to worry. I want you to know that we will be together, to trust in our destiny, to trust that our love, which is 100% real and true, will overcome all of the odds. Trust that there is a plan for us, a plan, a magnetic pull that is bringing us together. You are the one. You've always been the one who made my heart skip a beat, like a schoolboy fancying the coolest girl in the class, the one that all the boys want, and for some crazy, wonderful reason, you want me. I have to pinch myself and thank God every day for making you my person. I love you like a real lot. Well, there you go. Amazing. So, watch out if if the universe brings you a moment where you're just like having to really stand up and really be honest with yourself. It would have been so easy for me to just go, yeah, I'll meet up with you and have an amazing time, and then do the same thing again. And even though I don't have a physical relationship with my twin whatsoever, but that's the thing, the electricity is so powerful, and between us it's just insane. And so to have that and then to walk away and never be real and really truly say what we really want to say is so, I just can't do that anymore. And so that's the reason. If this is coming up for you, it's because you have to stand up for what you truly want, what is yours. And so that's the message. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.